Good morning, traders. This is Sita from QuickTrade. We are going to be doing technical analysis as usual. Welcome back, guys. It's been quite some time. Please indicate if you can hear me by maybe sending me a message using the chat tool that we have there, like maybe indicating if you can hear me. Mariana, yes, you can hear me, so you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, how many people do you have? Okay. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Mm, okay, Jean-Claude, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Minier, thank you so much. Okay, okay, let's start now. Well, I mean, there is we have two things that I would like to highlight to you guys. That end of June is quarter end, and it's also the end of the month of June. So it's important that you check out your charts and see exactly where the market is likely to go. I mean, where the market is likely to go to next. It's very important that you check that one out. Check whether we're closing. Bullish or bearish. If we are closing bearish, it means that you are you're likely to see maybe our market sliding a little bit, maybe during the month of July and perhaps August. So you can go through all your charts and see exactly what's happening, including your forex your forex names, like your maybe your Euro US dollar, GBP USD. I see at the end of the quarter they all bounced very nicely against the US dollar. Even our rand is doing very well. Well, I mean, I cannot really say it's doing very well against the US dollar, but I mean, it's doing okay. I guess it's doing okay because I mean, yesterday we were 0.57 stronger than the US dollar, so that's actually a very good level looking at the levels that we've actually touched this week. The high yesterday was 1383, and currently the rand is at about 1371 according to yesterday's closing prices on our trading platform. It could be maybe a little bit better or worse than what I'm seeing here in front of me. So those are the things that you need to look at. You need to check because I mean this is the end of the month. This the time frame that I have here. Let me try and remove all the lines that I have on my chart. Okay, this is what you need to look out for. You see here on the on MTN back in end of March, beginning of April, we closed below our simple moving average there on the monthly chart, and the market just tried to push up. This is MTN. MTN tried to push up. It ended the month of April positive. We're up 5.5%, and during the month of June, oh sorry, May, we were down 8.3%, and in June we were down 8.66%. So, so you see, from the end of March, you weren't really supposed to be long MTN. You were just supposed to be on the short side. So that's what I need you guys to be on a lookout for. That's what you need to check. You can check that today and tomorrow, because I mean the market is closed. So maybe you can be able to sort of like position yourself for the new month of July. That's what you need to do. Another thing that I also need you to do is to look at your weekly time frames. I don't know. Uh, I haven't actually had a chance to check all the shares that are looking like they are going to be continuing sliding in the first maybe week of July. I haven't had a chance to do that, but what I need you guys to do is to have a look maybe at your weekly time frame. Check for all the stocks that closed below their simple moving average, or they are still staying below their simple moving average, and they are not anywhere near their support levels or resistance. Well, I mean, if they are going down, they are not anywhere near their support levels, and if they are rising, they are not anywhere near their resistance levels. So I need you guys to have a look at those for me. I need you guys to have a look at those for me, and that will help you in deciding which stocks to buy and which stocks to sell for the month of July. So that's what I need you guys to do, and looking at the monthly and the weekly, that's all I really need from you guys. If you do that, you half your job is done. You should be in a position to have some good trading month in July. Okay, guys, please tell me, are there any shares or any particular issues that you are looking at currently that you'd like to throw my way, that you'd like me to have a look at? If you do have those, please forward them to me so that we can check them out. Okay, Chris van Riede would like us to have a look at the Eurozar. Okay, we'll have a look at the Eurozar. Eurozar mini. Okay, guys, you can send me those trade ideas, things that you don't understand in your trading that you'd like me to maybe have a look at for you. I'm there for that. We can do that. I'm using a dotted line chart here. I want to mark all the dot areas on this chart so that I can understand exactly where it's likely to trade next. Okay, now let's see here. Something is happening. Chris, I'm not going to mark too many areas on the Eurozar, but I mean the area where I think is going to pose us a bit of a challenge is is that area around 1633, 1633, 1640. We could even maybe try 17 bucks on the Eurozar, but at the moment it looks like the first area of resistance that we have ahead of us is 1633. If we successfully take out 1633, maybe we could see this stock maybe, oh sorry, this currency pair going up towards that 17 bucks, around 17 bucks. Maybe that's where we can expect to see maybe, the sellers of the euro coming back in once again and pushing the euro down. There's a couple of things that I need to check still that I haven't checked. Okay, it's also going to depend on how the emerging markets basket are performing going forward. If they start looking maybe attractive once again, we are definitely going to see the emerging markets rising again, because I mean the rand is not just declining because of our politics or our administration. It's not just that. There's a whole lot going on there. The emerging markets are under a bit of pressure right now, so yeah, they are not doing very well. So these are the levels we are looking at on this one. We are looking at 1633, 1696, 17 bucks. From there, we are looking at maybe 1741, around 1741. Maybe that's where we can expect to see the red recouping some of its losses that it suffered over the past couple of weeks. But at the moment, I wouldn't really try to buy the rand. I would just maybe be on the selling side of the rand until I get a decisive signal from the market indicating where the market is likely to go next. So that's what I'm seeing on the rand right now. On the euro ZA. Chiriro. I understand what you're saying. You're saying that you can only hear the sound, but there's no video. If you are using a mobile device, you'll never be able to check what I'm demonstrating on my screens, unfortunately. So that's going to be a problem for us. I suggest that next time when you log into the webinar, you use the laptop or the desktop. Otherwise, if you are using a mobile device like maybe your iPad or your cell phone, you won't be able to access my stuff. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, Chris, thank you very much. Is that what you're looking at also on the rand? 1633, 1696, 17 bucks, and 1740. Oh, you placed the trade on Friday for 1620. Oh, okay, no, that's perfect. It's actually a good trade. Well, I mean, I think you may still see 1633, and if I mean, emerging markets sell-off maybe intensifies, we could see maybe more selling taking place and the rand weakening a little bit further against all the developed markets currencies. So it's very important that you keep an eye on that one. Okay, guys. I mean, over the past couple of weeks, we've had some trade ideas. Some people have made money on those trade ideas. Some are not making money. So, guys, please give me those things that are giving you some major issues. I'm not just going to go on and show you everything without you guys coming back to me and telling me where the challenges lie right now so that I can try and correct those. That's all I need. I mean, if you guys have things that you're looking at that don't add up, that don't make sense to you, please let them know, but they need to be trading related. It cannot be something outside of trading. If it's something to do with sales or with trading, maybe trading simulator or something like that, I think maybe the people that you should chat to is the back office. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll wait for Chris to finish typing his message. Oh, okay. It's taking forever. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, Chris is saying that he's currently using Ichimoku Cloud. As he reads it, it's the US dollar will still be increasing, the euro will still be rising, as you just said. Okay, it fell nearly 1590. How can I see if it will fall? Mhm. I see what you're saying there, Chris. How will you see if it will fall? I don't know, Chris, how you'll see if it will fall. The only indicator that maybe you can use to spot maybe levels where the currency or stock is likely maybe to come off or move higher. The indicator that you can use is the RSI, looking for support and resistance and divergence. Looking at those, you could be able to make some sense of the market and be able to make some reasonable returns. We can have a look maybe at the RSI, maybe at some point. To understand exactly how it works, we can have a look maybe at the Euro US dollar. That's the stock that I've looked at. Sorry, the currency pair that I've looked at. And I mentioned to the guys that were asking me how come they lost money on it when it was trading below its simple moving average on the monthly, the weekly, and so on. My answer to them was, indicators come second. Indicators come second. You need to get your support and resistance right. Support and resistance right, get your trend lines right. Once you've gotten those right, then you can try and apply your simple moving average. You cannot just apply the simple moving average and expect the simple moving average to do all the job. That's not how it's done. So it's important that you check that one out. I will show you what I'm talking about now. I think if you want to buy this one, if you want to buy the euro and sell the rand, you need to have levels that you are looking at. You need to have levels that you are looking at, Chris. Let me check. You need to have levels that you are looking at. So, in my view, anything above 1534 is a buy on the euro US dollar. Anything above 1534, I think it's a buy. But I mean, we are very close to our resistance at 1630. We are very close. If you take that one out without any issues, then I mean that the euro is going to strengthen a bit more against our rand. Okay, let me show you what I was talking about on the Euro USD. Maybe this is what you can look out for when you are analyzing your stock so that you can see when you're about to have a reversal. Okay. Okay. I just want to show you this. I'll show you this on an hourly time frame. I'll show you this on an hourly time frame. Okay, hourly time frame. Have a look at these 2 points. This point is higher than this point, and the market was busy sliding here, going down, and immediately after that slide, we saw the market reversing and moving higher very sharply. But I mean, what caused that? What is it that maybe we should have done to spot that reversal that took place there? Let me show you. This is called bullish divergence. This is called bullish divergence, and bullish divergence took place here, according to the 10 hourly chart. This is your lower point, a higher point here and lower point here. But look at your RSI. What your RSI is doing? Your RSI is saying no, I'm not stretching any lower than this. The price is likely to reverse and move higher from these levels. That's what people were supposed to use. This is on an hourly time frame. You can also get that thing on a daily chart, but I mean you need to have like a proper a real interest in trading for you to be able to find it. Because I mean the main issue is we don't I mean it's not very easy to find people that are really interested in trading, who are willing to go an extra mile. So this is what happened on the euro US dollar. Now on the euro US dollar, I'm looking at 1.17. From 1.17, I'm looking at 1.18. So those are the levels I'm looking at on the euro US dollar. So, sorry, the euro US dollar. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. So what I was showing you there, I was showing you divergence. Divergence. We had divergence here again on on the stock on the same currency pair. Okay, let me do this. On the same currency pair, you see the price was moving lower, the RSI started moving higher. So immediately after that, the price started shooting up aggressively. So that indicator is very useful. You can use it to decide when the market is likely to turn. I like using it mostly around support and resistance levels. You cannot just use it anywhere. It's very important that you find a special way of using it. Because I mean, you cannot use it maybe in the middle of the zone. You need to make sure that you do the right thing for you to really get it right. Okay, guys. Anything else? What is it that you'd like to ask me? I know that there are so many people here who have questions, but they are not willing to ask those questions. Guys, please go ahead and ask. The reason why we have this session is for you guys to ask questions. It's for us to maybe try and unpack whatever it is that has been sent out or has been given out to you guys there. So yeah, there's only one person responding. That is Chris. Everyone else is not asking any questions really. Oh, okay. Mariana, you're saying that you are still new, observing and learning. Okay, no, that's perfect, Mariana. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's remove this. Okay. Mm, let's look at stocks that are likely to maybe decline a bit more. We have MTN. I will have a look at MTN and I will tell you what I think of it. Some of these trade ideas that we, well, I mean, or stocks that we look at here, you can actually use those as maybe trade ideas if you like. Go in and start shorting those that you think that are gonna move lower. Okay. On MTN, we are below our simple moving average. We closed below that support at 113.40. That was an important support. That support has held the price or has contained the price since July or August 2016. But this time we saw the market breaking through that support and moving lower. The close was 113.40 from the level where we're trading right now. I expect maybe to see the market bouncing up towards that 113.40, 114 around there. I expect to see more sellers coming in and pushing the price off. Of MTN lower. I don't know how low this is going to go, guys. Because I mean, if I remember back in 2008, I think we saw 85, 80 bucks on MTN. I don't know if this time we are really going to see those levels once again. If we do, maybe those are the levels that you can actually look to go in and start buying some MTNs. But at the moment, I suggest that maybe you just try and stay away from MTN until everything else settles. Because I mean, it's possible that you can see it cheaper, but it may still get cheaper next week. So maybe you should just not play around the space. Okay, another trade idea that we sent out CML. Let's see how CML closed. Okay. Month of May, CML was down 15.49%, and for the month of June, we are down 6.76%, and we are still trading below the simple moving average. It seems like there is a lot of pressure on this share currently. The levels we are looking at the price maybe declining towards 53.12 and $50 around those levels. I think maybe that's where we're going to see buyers coming back in and starting to buy some MTNs. The reason why maybe they are still selling right now, I'll show you. There was our resistance there around 62.91 or 63. We've closed below that area, so from here I think the market should come down to those marked level, to that marked level there at the bottom around 52.82 or 53 and move a little bit lower. But those are the levels where I expect to see sellers coming in and starting to buy CML. Mariana, okay, perfect. Yeah, let's meet again maybe next week. I don't know how my schedule is going to be like. I will let you know on Monday though how we are going to look at the week, the first week of July, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much for taking some of your time out to come and attend our webinar session, Mariana. Thank you. I don't mind looking at EXX, you know, so yeah, let's have a look at it. Okay, on CML, sorry, on Exaro or EXX, we have a bit of resistance, sorry, support at 103, 103, 102. We have support there, and the market tried to come down to 115. From 115, it went up to 135. From there, it went up to 135. So I think that we're still going to see this market maybe moving a little bit higher. But what worries me is this area here. You see, during the, I mean, in June, this stock went up, trying to attract some buyers to come in and push the stock higher. But you know what happened is that as it got closer to our simple moving average, buyers came in and started pushing the stock lower. So we closed. I mean, the month a little bit unchanged. I know that is a positive month. We're up 1%, but 1% in a stock like Exaro, I think, is not massive. So, in my view, working for 1% for the whole month is not ideal. So, where we are right now, I think there is a lot of confusion amongst buyers, sorry, amongst the market participants. No one knows exactly what is going to, no one knows exactly what is going to happen here. It could actually push higher or push lower, or we could see the stock maybe bouncing between the simple moving average and our 115, 112.50. So I think if you are an aggressive guy, you can still go in and take a long on Exaro. I think it's not looking too bad, you know. It's not looking too bad. The only problem, okay. You see here? Okay, that is the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is also very important to check. We came down to that 115, 112.50, price shot up. I think from here we should be able to push higher, because I mean this is a bullish uh, reversal pin bar. We hit support and we started moving higher. So for that reason, I think we are definitely going to see the price of Exaro appreciating going forward over the next couple of days. Oh, Luca, if you are using a mobile device, which is your cell phone, your iPad, you may not be able to see what I'm showing you on my screen. Please speak to your your support guys and find out how they can actually assist you with that one. Because I mean, if you're using a mobile device, really, you cannot be able to see. Either use your your desktop or your laptop, then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about here. Morning, Arun. I'll have a look at USD JPY, the mini. I'm done with Exaro. I think Exaro should still move a little bit up from where it's trading right now. Ooh. Sorry about that. Okay, let's check. Okay. The US dollar Japanese yen has just bounced off. Well, I mean, not like right now, but I mean, over the past couple of days, it went down to its horizontal support line at 109,479 or 109,500. From there, it bounced off. It closed above its 10-day simple moving average. It closed above its next area of resistance, which is 110. 33700 or 110 point 4, which was our resistance. Now the next area of resistance that we are really looking at on this one, we are looking at 111.5. 111.5, I think that's the next area of our resistance on USD JPY. USD JPY is still looking good to me. I think that you're going to see a little bit of an uptick here going forward. Let's check maybe our long-term time frames to see if there's anything that agrees with what I've just said now. Okay. Okay, let's look at this one. You see these big candles that we have here? These are quarterly bars. They're quarterly bars. If you look at this market, it hasn't really closed below 109,500. It hasn't closed below 109,500 every time it gets to that area since the beginning of 2017. Every time it gets to that area, people come in and buy the US dollar up. So I think that there's a good chance that the US dollar is going to rise above that 111,400, 111,500, going up to this area here. This is the area that I'm looking at on USD JPY. I'm looking at this area. I'm looking at the market going up to 114. So if you think that, sorry, USD has some value still left in it. You're welcome to participate. On that one, because there's a good chance we're still going to rise here. We are above our simple moving average, above our support, heading towards our next resistance area. If we take that area out, we are going up to that 114 that I've just mentioned, 114.00. Okay, I see what you're saying, Arun. I think yeah, USD is a good one. Really, if you want to go in for a long, I don't know if you agree with me, but I mean, for a long, I think it looks good. Let's look at the US dollar ZAR. We look at the US dollar ZAR mini. Sure. Okay, this is our support here. We are trading just above that support there, around 1374, around 1374, and our support area was 1340 or 1339, which is where the market reversed and moved lower. Okay, let's check. Okay, if you are looking at the at the weekly time frame, it looks like the rand is trading nicely above that 1374 area. Although our close on Friday was 1371, so I don't know which one is accurate here. But I mean, if you check, the market is trading below. It's 1374. It's trading below is 1374, which is our resistance. This line in the middle here is our resistance on the rand. So we need to get a clear close above 1371, 1374 for us to move higher towards 1408 and 1410. 1408, 1410. Those are the levels that we are looking at on the euro. I think maybe if we get to those levels, we could see maybe a rand weaken a little bit, but around those levels, I expect to see a bit of a bounce on the rand. Then from there, we'll need to just sit and wait and see what the market does going forward. What happened to DSY? I went long, then 2 days later went in 43, bounced back 140. Very frustrating trade. Okay, sure. Okay, Arun. Let me have a look at the 4 hourly time frame. I do not really like using that time frame, but let's have a look at it. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what's happening there on that hourly time frame. I think we are just in consolidation. The market is in a sideways move. After this, we should expect to see a bit of a break above current levels. Even if you look at the 4 hourly chart, I think we should expect to see a bit of a bounce. The only thing that people should be on a lookout for is the rand strength. The rand has been weakening over the past couple of weeks, and I think that it's possible that we're going to see the rand weakening a little bit more. Because I mean, if you look at the structure of the rand or the chart on the rand, we said that the rand was going to come down to 1340. If 1340 holds, we were going to see the rand maybe pushing up towards that 1376, 1374 area, and it has actually done that. You see, there's a double top here. Let me show you. There's a double top. There's a double top happening here. uh, that thick blue line, there's a double top. The market went up to 1387, 1399, the high the other day, and the market is bouncing between, I would say, 1370, 1370 and 1387 or 1390. So there's a good chance that we're going to have our market maybe breaking above the simple moving average on the 4 hourly, Arun, and move higher, taking out that 1387. Once we've taken out 1387, I think the next level we should look at is 1310, 1308. If 1308 is achieved, the next target we should be on a lookout for is 1340, 1350. Oh, sorry, 1440, 1450. After that, maybe we can expect to see the rand weakening a little bit more. But there's going to be a lot at play to determine whether we are going to go down on the rand or not going forward. If there are no more question on the rand, yeah, the rand will strengthen again, but I think that we may still see 1450. I'm sorry to say, I think we may still see 1450 on the rand before we see some strength coming back into our currency. At the moment, it's not just a rand story. Like I said earlier, it's an emerging basket, emerging markets basket that's being sold right now. Everyone is not willing to be exposed to emerging markets, more especially around this time when there's a lot of risk with Trump negotiating with all the countries in the world. And if there's any if there is any misstep on Trump's part, that could actually wreak havoc for the whole global economy. So it's very important that they treat this trade war with super care. Otherwise, we're going to see a lot of bad stuff happening, and no one wants that, because that will mean that our investment holdings or our shares are going to lose value, and no one wants that. Okay, you said something about DSY, Arun. Let's have a look at DSY and see maybe why DSY is driving you crazy. Okay, DSY, this is a quarterly time frame. Okay, let's use the dotted line. This is our support on the. This is our support there. There is our support, and this also is our. That also is our support. Okay. Again, we're gonna try and mark this area here. Gonna try and mark that area. That area is marked. So these are the levels where we expect to see the rand maybe visiting and stabilizing. Okay, let's check. Okay, let's start from the monthly time frame. In May, we're down 11.41% on DSY, and for the month of June, we are down almost 6%, 5.97%. We are down 5.97%. We went short because of, well, you were supposed to be short. End of May, you close below your simple moving average. What you have to do there is just to go in and short the market when the daily says short. If the weekly is saying short, daily saying short, monthly saying short, I don't see why one wouldn't want to go in and take a short there, because I mean it's the easiest way of making money in the market. Plus you get paid swaps, provided the stock is not paying any dividend around that time of the year. Otherwise, you'd need to pay the trading platform provider the same amount of dividend that the company is distributing to its current shareholders. So the main reason why we saw DSY bouncing off that 137, 140 is because we have some massive support around that area. We have some massive support around that area. If you are using the quarterly time frame, let me show you on the quarterly time frame. You'll be able to see it. I understand exactly what you're talking about there, but I mean, Arun, but I mean, you should still be able to do some analysis and check whether the stock is good to buy or not. Like this one, you weren't really supposed to buy it at higher levels. In fact, I called this one a short when we breached 160, or we breached 158, 159. I called it a short, and it came right down sub 140, which is I think very good. So around that area there, please pay attention to this one, guys. Around this area here, there is massive support. Massive support. We hit our line there and moved up. So yeah, you cannot really expect to see DSY going lower than that. Another thing that you need to check, you see, last week we had a nice a reversal pin bar. We had a nice reversal pin bar, and again this week the market tried to come down to 141.11. From 141.11 we saw the price pushing up again. The only thing that I don't like about DSY at the moment is the fact that we haven't crossed above our simple moving average on the weekly. And on the monthly we are still going down. But I mean, in terms of support and resistance, I think this support area where we are trading on DSY, I think is massive. I think it's solid. We will be able to make some sizable gains from that level there. So I think this one is going to have a nice bounce, or else we're just gonna consolidate. A bit around this area before moving up. But anything around 140, 137. 138 in my view, I think on DSY it's a buy. You can just go in and start buying that on DSY if the market decides to come down to 140. But there's one thing that I'm not really happy about. I was checking the US market yesterday. I was looking at Facebook, looking at Amazon, looking at Apple computers, looking at Alphabet. Those companies are not really looking good. Actually, the tech stocks and the financials, they're not really looking good right now. There is a huge divergence that I see when I look at them. I think maybe for the month of July, we could see maybe this market seesawing, playing around the same spot for quite a bit. There's going to be a lot of volatility, but I think most of it is going to be on a sideways move. That's what I think is going to happen. So, well, I mean, we'll see what happens next. But I mean, it looks like this market is not going to be pushing higher in the third quarter of the year 2018. But I mean, we'll keep an eye on it and see exactly how things play out. But for now, I'm not really happy about it. Energy stocks, yes. I looked at Exxon. Exxon. I had a look at it. It's looking very good. And even here at home, when you look at Sasol is looking very good, above 450, 460. Around those levels, I think Sasol is a good stock. You could see maybe Sasol pushing a little bit higher, but it's going to depend on the market over the next couple of days. But I mean, it's looking very good. So, Arun, about DSY, what happened? Did you buy DSY? Did you lose some money, or you're still stuck in that long trade? What happened? Where was your stop on this one? And your TP? Oh, I didn't actually see the close on Sasol yesterday. Did we close at 510? Let me check here. Okay. Yeah, we closed at 502. Okay, okay. Yeah, another thing that guys you need to be on a lookout for is the fact that yesterday we had a quarter close. So when it's a quarter close, a lot of fund managers and all the big guys that are trading the stock market, they try and buy stocks, trying to make their positions look good and stuff like that. So I don't know if these prices are going to be sustainable going forward, but yeah, let's just keep an eye. It closed at 502.86. It was up 3.58%. Arun, it was up 3.58%, closing at 502.86, which is very good. Uh, there's a good chance that we could still see a little bit of a rally on this one, as long as we stay above that 460, 450 area. I think we are good there. The top 40, you trade the same way that you trade your stocks. Well, I mean, if you're talking about the top 40, there is a future that you can trade, or CFD. It's called the OMI. And now we are trading the September contract. The September contract, we can either buy it or sell it. If you want to sell it, uh, okay, let me see. If you go to your margin analyzer, go to account margin analyzer. I want to put the OMI there. I want to see how much it costs to buy the OMI. To buy one contract on the OMI, you pay 3,512. That's how much you pay on the OMI. 3,512 to buy one contract if you want to trade the OMI. The OMI, sure, let's check how it's looking. I'm gonna end up having too many lines, but I mean it's important that we draw these lines, guys. It's very important. Uh, well, I mean, the OMI, if you want to trade it, you must make sure that you get it at the right levels. Like the guys that got it around 49,000. I mean, last week, I think last week, yes, beginning of last week or the week before. We said that I mean there was a good chance that we're going to come down and touch 49,000 on the OMI. So if you were an index trader, you could have actually taken a chance there and participated on that one. It actually came down just a little bit below 49,000. It went below 40. The low was 48,373. Our level was reached and it went just a bit below our level, but I mean, it closed above 49,000 that same day, and the price started moving up. And yesterday, the market went up 2.49%, which is very good. But I mean, when you're looking at this one, you must be careful of 52,600. 52,600. Let's check it there. Let's check it there. Yeah, 52,500, 52,600. That's the level where I mean sellers tend to come in and push the price down. If you check in Feb this year, it went up there. March, it went up there. Uh, Again in May, June, it went up there. It's been bouncing around 52,600, 52,500, and coming down each time it goes up there. So you must be very careful when trading this one. You can trade. You can trade either the top 40 ETF or the OMI. Let me check. I think there is the top 40 ETF there. Top 40 CFD. We have the top 40 CFD, Arun. You can actually trade that one. That's the top 40 CFD. It's exactly the same like the OMI, really. It's the same. So if you want to trade the top 40 instead of the OMI, you're welcome to do that. You can do that. I don't know if you knew that there was the top 40 CP and the OMI. The good thing about the top 40 CFD is that it doesn't expire. Whereas the OMI expires every 3 months. Like right now, we're trading the September contract. From the September contract, we're going to trade the December contract. You can make a lot of money from this thing. I mean, Arun, if you trade it well, you can make a lot of money. You just have to get your levels right. Like with this one, I'm saying that I'm looking at 52,500, 52,600, and 49,000. I think those are the levels that one needs to trade when trading this one. So that's like 3,500, 3,600 points that you can make. If you are trading within that range, you can do really very well. Okay, GTC means good till cancelled. That's what it means, Arun. So that order is going to remain in the market for 90 calendar days, which is 3 months. It's going to remain in the market for the next 3 months. And when the when that duration comes to an end, that order would be taken out of the system and good for the day is the order that you place in just for the day. At the end of the trading session, they take it out of the trading system. I don't know if that answers your question, but I mean, GTC orders expire after 90 calendar days, or yeah, 90 days. Yeah, after 3 months, they expire, even if it's GTC. It's good till cancelled, but I mean, it will still expire. What is stop order limit platform? That's the stuff that you get when you are doing platform training, Arun. I don't really use these. Stop order and stop order limit on the platform. I don't use those. I just use the limit price. So I think maybe I can try and get more information when it comes to those because I mean I don't really use them. I just use the limit or the market price. That's what I do. Stop order and stop order limit. No, I don't use them. Sorry. Yeah. Guys, any more questions? Any more questions? Is there anyone confused who wants to know maybe how to do more analysis? If you are confused, you want to understand how it's done, please ask. I will try and explain that. How am I getting these levels that I'm talking about? It's very easy. I do, Arun. I use the I use the SMA. That's the only indicator that I really enjoy using, the moving average. And the other one that I use sometimes I use the this one. It's called the RSI. I think I've shown you guys before how to use the RSI. I use the RSI. When the RSI is above 50, it means that there is some bullish momentum. going on, so you can actually come in and buy that stock if there is if the price is trading below the 50. It means that there is some bearish momentum happening at that point in time, so you can actually go in and push the stock lower. Otherwise, I look for divergence. I look for divergence, positive and negative divergence, or bullish and bearish divergence. I look at those. I look at those more especially around some critical turning points. Some critical turning points. I do that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see here uh, on on the top 40 CFD here. That this point is higher than this one here, but let's look at our RSI here. We'll see that bullish, there's a bullish divergence or a flat. Maybe you can just call this a flat. It's flat, and it's not supposed to be flat like this. It's not supposed to be flat like this. But it's flat. So some guys took advantage of this and went in when they saw this bullish reversal pin bar. They went in, they bought it, and they had a follow through yesterday, and they are in the money. They are doing very well there actually. Okay, you will definitely get a copy of today's webinar session. You will get it. I'll make sure that I save it and I post it on Facebook as soon as I'm done, or first thing Monday morning. I will have it posted on Facebook so that you can check it. Maybe if you are really interested in what we've been looking at today. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for more questions. Well, I mean, the main reason why it looks clean is because I do not clutter my charts. I don't like, I mean, having too many indicators on my charts. I want to be able to see exactly where my support and resistance levels are, where my trend lines are, where I mean, what price action is doing on my chart before I do anything. I do not really like relying on indicators, even if they were to remove most indicators. I wouldn't have a problem trading this market. I'll still trade it without the indicators, which I think everyone should strive to do. I mean, if you are a new trader who wants to maybe try and make some money out of the market, you must try and stick with price action and make sure that you use that to make your money. And that way, I think you're going to do very well. Yes, you can do that. After drawing your lines on the quarterly, you can actually do that on the monthly also. But I mean, the main thing to do also is to make sure that after maybe the quarterly, well, I mean, the quarter has ended, you must make sure that you draw the line where it ends and check whether you get your market maybe on the weekly trading above the simple moving average on the weekly, and if that happens, you can actually use that as as an indicator, uh, uh, as an indicator as to what the market is going to do going forward. If it's trading above the weekly average, the weekly simple moving average, you can actually go in and buy that market, because it means that there is more momentum, so you can actually go trade. Info on candle patterns. Okay, I'll try and get you information there on candle patterns, Arun, because I mean you get bearish reversals, you get engulfing, you get dojis and all of that. I'll try and get you that information. Please make sure that you remind me so that I can forward you that information. Uh, yeah, we'll do that. We will do that, guys. It's 5 past 11. I know that our session is supposed to end at 11:30, but we've done the whole hour already, and not a lot of guys have been asking questions. I'm sure maybe some of you are tired already. I think maybe around this time we can just maybe stop our session. I'll make sure that I have this posted on Facebook so that when you get a chance, you can go and revisit whatever that we were looking at today. Guys, thank you very much. You're welcome. I'm very happy that you took some time out to attend this webinar session. Thank you very much, Arun. I'll try that. I hope you are making a lot of money also there down in Cape Town. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. Sure. Yeah, I heard that is going to be very cold. I think for the next, I don't know how many days. I think 2 days. I heard it's going to be very cold. Yeah, guys, enjoy the cold there. But I think it's going to affect the whole country. Okay. For the new guys, those that don't know, also so for those who don't know my email address, it's Sihle at quicktrade.co.za. Sihle at quicktrade.co.za. If there's anything you don't understand or anything that you'd like to confirm or double check with me, you are more than welcome to shoot me an email asking me whatever question that is trading related, and I will be more than willing to come back to you with some answers. I know that I don't always come back on time, but I mean, I try every time when I get a chance to come back with those answers. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. I will meet you once again on Monday between 12 and 1. Thank you very much. Cheers.